All right. I think we're alive. Maybe we might be.
I hope so. Oh yeah, we are.
Hey, there we go.
We are good. Hello everyone, how are you doing this evening?
We're
Or
here.
whatever time of day it is to your locality.
We're gonna assume it's evening because me and Jason are both tired. So
Yeah.
but don't worry, the Zur Scale continues until morale improves.
Or until the inevitable heat death of the universe. One of the two.
Yeah.
Hit the asteroid strike. Let's go.
Big.
But anyway, so today, Edge of Eternities. Hooray! New set.
Yay!
Before you say anything, no, we haven't forgotten about the last bit of Final Fantasy. We'll get to it there. Anyway,
You know, we get there when we get there. Don't worry about it.
seriously, I wish we had been able to do that but last week. Mm-mm.
Yeah, what's a pre-release? I've been I think we're going. Today would have been like 4 weeks straight with not a day off. So
So yeah, we're gonna put in the work over here now because this is more fun work.
yeah. Look, Final Fantasy requires brain power. This doesn't. So
Damn. All right.
am I wrong?
Well, at least the first commander is gonna support what you have to say.
Me and Jason are very much drafters. We are not sealed enjoyers.
Oh yeah, much. I am much bigger on doing draft than I am on sealed.
Yeah.
Sealed is fun and all, but it feels a little too samey all around, and there's not much. You don't get much. Why am I blanking on the word here? Agency. You don't have much agency in what you get to build. You just kind of look at the pool and yep, that works.
Yep. Here's a deck. It may or may not be okay.
Mhm.
That's like
Yep.
that's the worst part about it. Is until you have experience in the draft format, you really can't build a good sealed deck, which is kind of bass backwards of how most people experience the sealed format.
Yeah, Okay, so this is a hard tangent, and I enjoy this tangent. My complaint on sealed as well is, so back in the day, drafting fundamentals mattered more. You know, you take
Yep.
your flyer, you take your draw 2, you take your... Right?
Yep.
Nowadays, that is not the case. Even your most simple decks really have small combos or synergies or something in there that you have to be drafting towards and building your deck towards.
Yeah.
That is not the case with sealed. Like, you either you have that or you don't. So, yeah. Not too much skill expression in the drafting at that point, or in the deck building at that point.
Yeah, it really is. Did you open the bombs? No? Okay, you're going like 2-2 at best.
Yeah, sometimes that's the case. But, I don't have a transition because the first thing we're talking about is not a 2-2. Dang. Anyway.
Damn. It's a 3-3. Is that not good enough for you, Jason?
It's got 3 mana. It's a 3-3. Alright, Halia, Guided by Light. 2 and a white for a 3-3 legendary creature, human soldier. With, whenever Halia or another creature or artifact you control enters, you gain 1 life. And at the beginning of your end step, draw a card if you've gained 3. I would like to point out that this is a trigger that we can double. Also, this has warp, but it literally doesn't work from your command zone. So,
Yep.
let's just get that out of the way. Genuinely just solid card.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's got good stats. It'll survive. Or, well, it'll survive better. The most immediate comparison to this is, I believe, the Gaffer?
The Gaffer is another Soul Sister, yes.
Yeah, or well, it's just the card draw for Soul Sister, and it's,
Yeah.
each instep, as opposed to your instep, which gives it some more options, but still.
Yeah. It strictly okay. If it tells you anything, I'd much rather play the legendary a Johnny's Primate that we got last set.
Interesting. That's reasonable. I prefer this one a little bit more. I like that it's a human. You can actually double the triggers on and stuff. That's stuff that's been coming around and being more valuable.
Yeah.
Genuinely, because this is also a Soul Sister plus a...
Oh, Jason, you were cutting out real bad there, buddy.
Ooh, am I?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You may have to swap mic sources to the bad one, even though you don't like it. Don't worry, guys. I know what Jason was going to say. He likes Soul Sister plus payoff equal good brain juice.
Wow. Is that not the most true thing I was definitely going to say? Actually, legitimately was just going to say that. Yeah, it is. This is so annoying now that I have to get that out of the way. Okay.
Oh, my chair is phasing. My chair is also phasing in and out, but don't worry about it.
Is it to actually phase, or is it just kind of like it's just there because it's dark? Anyway. Okay, so go back to this for a second. Yes, it's card draw. It's the enabler. It also works with artifacts, which is a weirdly relevant thing because that just means that if you have enough things that gain you life, right? Any food would automatically trigger this anyway, but like that gets you a lot. It's a lot easier for you to hit that 3 life on just any random card draw. So I honestly think this is just a 5.
Yeah.
Like, this is good. It's solid.
It's just an average commander.
Yeah. It may honestly be better than a 5, but I think that's where it's going to stay for now.
All right, but Jason, legendary tutors in the command zone, absolute cinema. Anyways, spacecraft in general are very much unplayable most of the time.
I'm going to have to see more of it. I'm not sold on their position one way or another right now. So I will say that my rating on spacecraft may be completely off later. It may be completely fine. I may just be covering my ass. I don't know. This
is the Ceramia? 1 double white for a legendary artifact spacecraft. When it enters, you can search your library for a legendary creature card, reveal it, put it in your hand. It has Station, which is the new flagship mechanic for the set. That is, you can tap and put charge counters on it equal to the tapped creature's power, and then after a certain amount, it will be a creature or do something. So this one has at 7+, it gains flying, becomes a 5/5. Other tapped legendary creatures you control have indestructible. There's one big caveat. To spacecraft and stationing. You can only do it as a sorcery.
If limited has taught you anything, it's super easy to turn into a creature. If it's worth it here, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think turning this into a creature is going to be required.
Yes.
I think, ultimately. Like, you just have to do it. Okay. So, here's the weird thing, right? I don't hate this. Because tutors in Command Zone are actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
But also, legendary creature that I assume you want to build your deck around. Why not just play that?
Excellent question. Next question.
Yeah, the only thing I can really get out of this is because of the flicker benefits. Because, like, you know, you can play all the end of turn flicker nonsense, and you just got to turn this into a creature, which is not that hard to keep flickering and getting your toolbox going.
Quite easily. Well, even as an artifact, there's enough ways to flicker permanents, right? So.
Yeah, there's enough ways to do it. It being an artifact, it also has other double trigger elements that you can work with.
That being said, I think in general, I'm going to put it below average because you should probably just play the thing you want to build around that you're tutoring rather than playing this.
Yeah, so I feel like you get Felia and just tutor every turn. Counterpoint, you play Felia and just do anything every turn.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
just play the strictly better commander.
That's the crazy thing, right? It's just, I don't want to invest. I guess you can make the argument that you're investing the extra mana to just play a Felia deck where you also now have a tutor target that you can constantly, or something you can tutor every turn. but then you lose out on having the ability to recast your Felia if something happens. So,
I was going to say, then your Felia dies, so...
Yeah, right. I actually do think 4 is probably the correct spot for this. Not because this card is good, but I think just legendaries as a whole are good, and the color support is there to support it.
Mono-white legendaries is a playable archetype, as it turns out.
Mm.
All right, Jason. Spicy meatball alert. I'm gonna let you pronounce it.
Oh no. So this is Min. Minin. No, this is Min, the right hand. 3 blue for a 3/4 legendary creature, Jellyfish Advisor. With flying, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast artifact spells from the top of your library. Artifacts you control have tap, add 1 mana, spend this mana only to cast spells from anywhere other than your hand. I like it.
Hey, that thing's pretty good.
That's about all I got for it, though.
Yeah.
Future
Sight's very good on the commander. Let's be real here.
Yes. Future Sight on a commander is pretty solid. Only able to cast artifact spells is not the biggest limitation. It is a little bit of a buzzkill.
That's a downside? I didn't know that was a downside.
It's still a downside, okay? But no, the easiest thing here is we can just do top combos, and
yep,
that's the main thing you're gonna do. Make this combine with any card that says when you cast an artifact spell, get a permanent, like get an artifact. So long as that artifact is not a creature, you can just immediately tap it to do the top combo stuff, and you'll just be able to draw your whole deck.
Mono blue artifact top combo go burr.
Yeah, and it's gotten really easy to tutor out top as well. And I will bring up that looking at the EDH rec, Sensei's Divining Top is in 74% of these decks, so this is not some fringe thing they're doing. And with 400 decks, this is actually a pretty good sample size as well. Is it just an 8?
I mean, it can go higher. I'm just saying it's a baseline 8.
No, I'm thinking more along the lines of I'm thinking more like it's probably a 7, but I'm not sure.
I mean, I've only seen this thing in like fringe CEDH spheres, so.
Fair point then. If it's only, yeah, I guess probably I'm looking at the game changers and seeing how much of them are around. 20% of decks have game changers like prominently featured. So, well, besides some Urza, which is Urza's just Urza.
Urza's just Urza.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Hello, Hermit King.
So, yeah, I guess maybe about an 8.
Like,
it feels a little more like a 7 to me, but we can give it the 8.
I mean, I don't know. Mono blue artifacts. It's a tale as old as time, and this one's pretty good and easy, and it just kind of works.
It just works. Yeah, I mean, we've only been talking about the top combo stuff. I haven't even gotten into stuff that you can do with, actually exiling things and trying to do stuff like with that.
Just casting your top card of your library, having an extra card in hand at all times is very good.
Mm-hmm. Combined with Emory, cast stuff from graveyard.
Yep.
Yeah. Tons of options here.
It's just a little boring. Same thing. Alpha Riel Stone Chosen. 3 black for a 3/3 legendary creature, human cleric. Ward, discard a card at random. And then they have the flavor text of Void. Whenever Alpha Riel attacks, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped this turn, defending player loses half their life rounded up. Neat.
Yeah, hey guys, I hear you like Bloodletter of Aquazots and Unstoppable Slasher nonsense.
Woot woot.
This is just like condensed 2-card combos the deck.
Yeah, the only problem is this one requires you to, it to live longer than a trigger.
True. The discard card is, the word is actually kind of relevant. Discarding a card at random does hurt a lot. Ask anybody who's been him to Turok on turn 1.
No, 100%.
I think it's fine. Like it's not busted, but it's getting close to being busted.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it the average rating because I think it's just like it's almost there. If I didn't have to attack with it, it would have the like 7.
Oh, I was gonna say 6 for it.
Yeah, that's fair too. Like
Yeah,
either 5, 6 is fine.
Yeah, I mean it's got 3 permanents that it 2-card combos with.
Sure.
In Blood Letter of Acquisats, Wound Reflection, and Archfiend of Despair.
To kill one person.
Yeah.
And immediately get hated out.
Yeah. Kill the one that's most threatening.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I mean, a Warlock class does it as well?
Yeah, when you level it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so 4 things that can do this. But otherwise, it's just draws a whole lot of hate.
Yep.
So, maybe it is just average, just because of the amount of hate that it draws.
I was gonna say, you're gonna get it off once, and you're only getting it off once. So.
Okay. Let me do a 5-6 split on that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just, I have to account for it. There's probably a way to break this a little more than I'm giving it credit. Okay. Just writing a quick comment.
Yeah, while you're doing that, we've got Zoo Feet. Osteoharmonist, 1 black for a 2/3 legendary creature human wizard. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield that's a skeleton in addition to its other types and has no abilities. Activate only as sorcery. Man, they had me at the first half, and then they completely lost me with the has no abilities.
Okay, so this did lose me at the has no abilities initially. And then I gave it a lot more thought. And let me say, I have given this card way more thought than I thought I would ever give it.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, you know those really, really crappy, when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield cards?
Yep.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
There you go. That's the plan. Right? You just find a way to get something into your graveyard, sacrifice it, return it, right? We're jumping through quite a few hoops. Like, you need to dedicate almost 2 cards for every creature that you reanimate to get the big dumb thing. But on top of that, you give yourself protection for your commander, so you don't have to worry as much about a random board wipe taking you out. You wait for your, like, you put some big dumb thing into play that's just like, oh, it's just an 8/8. Don't worry about the Razgeth, it's just an 8/8.
Yeah, it's just an 8/8. Don't worry about it.
It's like, they go, cool, well, I don't want to take the risk, board wipe. And you go, neat. Now I have a full-blown Razgeth. And again, I don't think this is busted,
It's
but it's actually pretty decent.
it's probably like average.
Yeah, I think it's probably a 4 just because of how low quality of cards you do end up having to play to enable it.
Yeah.
And also because there is just a ton of people who are trying to play this as skeletons.deck.
Which is the wrong way. You should be playing this as like 8/8s and 9/9s the deck.
Yeah, like, you know, cycle a big creature, reanimate it, do stuff. Like, it's something that actually does something, right?
Yeah. You can still play your Death Baron, because that card is just actively good. But
yeah, it still is just under the category of, yeah, it's fine. I like it.
But don't worry, Jason. Spice alert.
Oh, hella sneak attack. Hey, this is Tanuk Steadfast Second. 2 red for a 3/5 legendary creature Kavu pilot with other creatures you control have haste, and artifact creatures and artifact cards and red creature cards in your hand have warp 2 red. So, for those less familiar with warp, you may cast a card from your hand for its warp cost, and then exile that permanent at the beginning of the next end step. You may cast it from exile on a later turn.
As Via said,
super neat.
cue the slap the sticker on it, coolest card in the set.
Yeah.
I agree. This card rocks.
It's very cool. A lot of cool stuff you can do with it. It does have the benefits of anything that would naturally have like a exile and return itself to play at the end of turn sort of stuff anyway, but that very rarely do you get something like that in mono red.
Yep.
So
But
otherwise you get to slap big artifacts into play for fun.
you can slap big artifacts, or you can slap an Atali down for 3 mana. I heard that's pretty good. There's just a bunch of dumb things you can do with the sneak attack that also lets you recast things later with literally no downside to them.
Yeah. One of my favorite stupid fun things. Okay, so very importantly that this thing says cast.
Yep.
You cast the card from your hand. It can still be countered. Boom.
Neat.
Getting the cast triggers is good. Yes, V. Very importantly, Cityscape Leveler is dumb. You can put Cityscape Leveler into play off this, attack with it, then cast it again on another turn. And still have, you're going to get 4 removal spells off. You're going to do a lot of mana, but that's good value. Now, here's the particularly dumb little thing that you can do. So, our good friend Painter Servant.
Yep.
Turns your deck red. You wanted to do that anyway. Yep. Now you can sneak in the Eldrazi and get the cast triggers.
What's up, Wolfsbane? How's it going, buddy?
Hey, Wolfsbane. Trumpeting Carnosaur. That's a spicy one.
This. I like this. This is some good quality Magic the Gathering here.
Silly cascade things you get to do.
Warp the Ohar again to cheat something else out. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, Storm Scale Scion? That's also funny.
Yeah, Storm Scale Scion's hilarious. Now that I think about it. Is there anything in... Oh! I just realized an infinite storm combo you can do with this. It just builds storm, so it's not very good. And as all good things, it starts with a Cloudstone Curio.
Oh, okay. Checks out.
But so Cloudstone Curio plus Priest of Urbrask plus a Kobold that generates infinite storm, right? You could do that at any time. It doesn't have to be specific to this. But because we're mentioning cards like Stormscale Scion, which you can now give haste to everything for 3 mana, instead of casting your Priest of Urbrask again, you just sneak out your combo finish piece at that point. So that's a neat little line.
I do also have to correct Wolfsbane here. We actively do not have infinite combos in the Jund Precon. Yes, there is a Dakmor Salvage and a Gitrog, but I am fairly certain there is not a instant speed way of discarding a land.
Well, also, even if you do have that, you just die.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you just die.
That being said, both precons get a thumbs up for me. This is rare, I know.
Oh yeah, this is silly fun stuff. I enjoy what it's doing here. 6?
6, 7.
Cool.
6, somewhere in that range.
Split.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 6, 7 split it. It's fine. The restriction on it having to be red creatures is a pretty serious restriction. Alright, now the weird thing, there's no mono green creature this time, so we're just straight into multicolour.
Yeah, straight into Signpost Uncommons! We love them!
This card's so bad as well. Alright. So, my turn to struggle with this. Alpha Real, Dreaming Acolyte, 1 blue-black, for a 2/3 legendary creature, human cleric. When it enters, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact. During your turn, this thing has Death Touch. Cool. It draws 2 and discards 2.
Where's it at? There we go.
Yeah, it's probably a 2 still.
It's
It
bad.
has
It's
some
bad.
benefits, but it is. Mm.
But don't worry. The next signpost uncommon actually has spice to it. This is
yeah.
Tanuk Memorial Ensign. 1 red-green for a 2/4. Legendary creature, Kabu Pilot, baby. Has a landfall. It deals 1 damage to each opponent, and then if this is the second time, you draw a card.
I love this stupid thing.
Sabo Tinder is pretty solid. Now, what if we made it actually survive everything? And then, you know, made it legendary?
Yeah. Yeah, very important as well here. I'm just double checking my wording here, being 100% sure. The second time this ability has resolved this turn, you draw a card.
Yep.
So, which means you are still getting the damage and drawing a card.
Yes.
On the second trigger. You're not losing out on damage, which matters a lot because of Keen Sense.
Yep.
So that's really cool.
It's just good. Like, I don't know what else to say. It's just good.
Yeah, I mean, you just get to do the landfall replacement effects thing. You can play with O'Hare Actioneel. That turns into 4 damage each time a land enters.
Oh yeah, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're just playing land pingers the deck. I'm here for this.
There's 4 or 5 of these because I can't remember if there's a multicolor one.
I think there is.
But it's not among the top noted ones, so maybe not. But yeah, getting like O'Hare Actioneel and Torbrand and stuff like that, and just turning this into big damage. Oh yeah, Keen Sense is super gross here.
Yeah.
It is phenomenally gross here.
It's very, very... This card is just absurd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a really, really good uncommon.
Yeah.
Love me some good, spicy signpost commons that are actually doing cool stuff in the world. All right, that said, all right, I lean towards 6 or 7.
I lean towards the 6.
Okay.
Erring on the side of caution. But not overrate this thing.
Yeah.
That being said, I do think it is very strong. It's just the things that absolutely break it tend to be hard to tutor with just being green.
Yeah, if you're talking like the enchantment stuff.
Yeah.
To assist it, yeah. The good is you are just drawing cards, but it also has the benefit of, you know, if you can get 2 landfalls in an opponent's turn. So cards like Harrow and you know, playing out 2 fetch lands and then just waiting and then cracking them on an opponent's turn. That helps you draw cards and keep moving through the deck as well.
Yep.
I like it.
Very good.
It's half of a Horn of Greed, you know? Alright. I'm gonna give it a split rating for 6-7. Just because.
Just solid.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so it's Diadrin time?
Diadrin time.
Alright. Diadrin Synthesis Amalgam. X green-white for a 0/1 legendary creature or legendary artifact creature construct with trample. Diadrin enters with a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it, and whenever you attack, you may remove a 1/1 counter from each of up to 2 creatures you control. If you do, draw a card and create a 2/2 robot. It's an artifact creature token. I don't like the removing of counters to get a body and draw a card here, and it being stuck to an attack trigger.
Yeah, this card seems phenomenal in the 99 of my Titus deck. Other than that, yeah, we'll go with it being okay, I guess.
Yeah, and from each of 2 creatures you control, you need 2 creatures.
Yeah, you have to have 2. It's like the one downside.
Well, there's a lot of downsides. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. But I don't like the conditions that are built into it. It's what is this? This is a double condition on it needs to be able to attack and remove 2 counters.
Yep.
And no, 3 conditions. Attack, remove counters, and 2 creatures.
Yep.
So triple stipulation on this attack trigger
to get a 2/2.
a 2/2, and a card draw. That said, 2-drop commander that is an artifact as well.
Yeah.
Not the best artifact colors.
Yeah, it is a tech
Yes, whenever
period.
you attack. That's true. That's true. That makes things better. Because it's not Diadrin that needs to be the one attacking.
It kind of makes things better.
Okay. It halves one of the stipulations.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way. Man, it being an artifact is so relevant.
It's just your colors are so bad for that.
I know, but at least, like, it helps for Metalcraft related items, for all your fast mana things. I still think it's probably a 3 with, like, a split rating that could maybe even bring it up to a 5, but I would say 3-4 for that.
Yeah.
Because I do think being an artifact and being that low of a mana value matters a lot. Plus, okay, so there's one other rude thing that you can do with this, which is, so this cares about the amount of mana spent to cast it, not the value of X.
Mm-hmm.
You can play hard stacks with an artifact as your commander.
Neat.
Yep, and it just scales from that.
Cool.
Yep. So it's got options.
It can do a thing, anyways.
Mhm.
The signpost and commons continue until morale improves. It's highly Ascendant Cadet. 2 green, white for a 3/3 legendary creature, human soldier. When she enters or attacks, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever one or more creatures you control with 1/1 counters on them deal combat damage to the player or draw a card. Oh, this costs too much mana for this effect.
Yeah. Also, Kutsil, you are not.
Yeah.
But you don't do the worst impression.
This is solid. I will give it that.
Mhm.
Like, there's only so bad the green counter decks can get.
Right. The double white also is something I will have to hark on a little bit.
Yep.
We are in green, so it's not like it's that bad, but, you know, a double white casting cost when you're going to be a mostly green deck is a little bit of an issue. Not terrible, but, you know.
Morale
just
did not, in fact, improve. Better luck next time.
Oh, God. For this deck, it's probably a 3.
Yeah.
Like, the card draw is good. It's just
It's-
it'll be a low power menace or a good low power deck.
This is definitely one of those that I think is... It's such a meh commander that it makes the deck interesting to actually try and break. Although it's 1/1 counter, so it's like, It is... You're playing 1/1 counter deck, you're playing basically all of them.
Yeah, home counter decks really do not have a lot of differences to them.
Yeah,
This
and
one has
this,
some good flexibility in what you're doing because it's just draw cards, put counters on creatures.
this isn't Titus, where I can abuse the fact that sagas have counters on them that I can move.
What an odd card. What an odd card Titus just is.
You know, I didn't even realize that until it's like, oh yeah, you can just infinitely lock Jimber into chapter 2 and 3. Neat.
Sick. Anyway. Let's get into our first of Sir Vontum.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, Sir Vontum. Sunstar Exemplar. It's Orzhov for a 2/2. We did it! We have a bear! Legendary creature, human knight, with vigilance and menace. Whenever another creature you control dies or is put into exile, put a 1/1 counter onto Sir Vontum and you gain 1 life. When Sir Vontum dies or is put into exile, while it has 4 power or greater, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent.
This card's actively pretty solid. Too bad it is the payoff, not the enabler.
I'm just not impressed. Like, I'm not enthused by this. Like, so the immediate first spot to go for is the aristocrat deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we get a big, like, a kind of punchy thing. Like, the vigilance plus menace is pretty relevant combat stats.
Yeah.
Once you get your engine going. But it's nothing compared to a card draw for these aristocrat decks, or an actual, kill your opponent thing, because this is just gaining you life and it's a vulnerable creature. When it dies, you can destroy up to one target non-land permanent, which is not bad. You can get it back as well, but there's other things you'd rather be getting back once you start engineering stuff. Oh, hey Kelvin, how's it going? Sir Rex Nebula. Great question on how that affects Rex Nebula. I'll let you know next week. Genuinely don't know. I think the way I would really want to go is Flicker.
What if Bartolome del Presidio was a Voltron commander? Well, here's the neat thing. He kind of already is.
Also, Bartolome is the sack outlet
Yeah.
that enables the whole deck.
Right.
It's so much better.
Remember what we said about enabler versus payoff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the enablers are so much more powerful commanders than the payoffs. Yeah, I think the way I would want to go with this is basically just budget catcher mouse.
Yep.
And in that case, I'd have to flicker two things to get a counter, and then flicker this to get the removal, which doesn't feel good.
Meh.
Yeah, it feels very mad to me.
Anyways, Sir Vontum continues until morale improves. This is the Lucent this time for 2 white, black, black for a 4/4 legendary creature human knight. Death touch lifelink. When he enters or attacks other creatures you control, get +1/+0 and gain death touch until end of turn.
I love signpost comments too.
2. Neat.
This is so not good.
It's so bad.
It's just so mediocre.
Dude, this deck, this set's gonna make me crash out with the signpost. Because like the signpost in Final Fantasy were interesting.
Yeah.
And then we get to here and it's like, seeing the signpost makes me not even think the draft environment's that great.
Yeah. This is a world of mediocre in the weirdest of ways. It's so funny to me.
And then you go to the rest of the like non-legendary cards of the set and you're like, oh my god, it's just nothing but bangers.
Alright. Next one.
Hey look, more signpost uncommons that don't make you excited.
It's Min! He's back! Or they're back! Uros Exile. 1 is it for a 1/3 legendary creature artifact Jellyfish Advisor.
There you go.
With flying, and whenever an artifact you control enters, you put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Cool.
Neat.
Like, okay, so inevitably there is a little bit of like combo-y things you can do with those random artifact creatures that want you to like remove a counter to make an artifact, and then you.
Morale continues to not improve. This is getting sad.
Thank you, we'll say. Very cool. It is just artifacts, but like, is this just a 2?
Man, if you didn't have Arcbound Ravengers, like the card you should probably play in this deck, I would say it's a 2. But
so the argument here is the support is high enough to bring it up to a 3, but the card itself is not a 3.
yes,
Got it. Okay, I will accept that.
like, you can just play the modular stuff, and modular's like an okay mechanic.
Oh, just for the record, the thingy over the Bartolome is the graphic accent is used to mark the tonal vocal, so it's pronounced. What? Bartolome, yeah. not
Bartolome.
Wait, oh, Barto? Yeah, it's not the. Barto is just the joke. It's the Barto Club.
Yeah.
It
He's
is
the
becoming a
president
joke,
of the Barto Club. Come on.
Yeah. We don't know what this whole Lome thing is, but you know.
Yeah.
We know a Barto when we see one.
Yeah.
All right.
Lobster
Would you like some
time.
lobster fried rice?
You're telling me a lobster fried this rice?
Yes. Wait, can you make lobster mac?
Oh god, he got here just in time for the lobster. Let's go.
He got you just in time for the thumbnail.
Big.
Alright. Ragost. Deft Gastronaut. Boros for a 2/2. We did it! We made a bear! Legendary creature, Lobster Citizen. Artifacts you control are foods in addition to their other types and you can pay 2 generic mana tap, sacrifice this artifact, gain 3 life. You can pay 1 mana tap, sacrifice a food. Ragost deals 3 damage to each opponent. And at the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, untap Ragost.
It's like actively not bad.
Yeah.
Like
Genuinely not bad.
I'm not insulted by it.
Mm-hmm. This is one of those commanders that takes a lot of moving pieces to get where you want to go. But just all of your artifacts are food, and therefore you can do food synergies.
Yeah.
I certainly believe that lobster absolutely could make some sashimi.
No, 100%. 100%.
100%. He harvested those claws himself.
I think it's average.
Maybe.
Like,
thereabouts. It's really the Nuka-Cola vending machine, does really silly things with this.
It's very funny. Also, does what's its face say specifically makes a food token? Or is it just when you create a food, you also make a treasure token and a clue token?
Oh, for Nuka-Cola? Whenever you sacrifice a food, create a tapped treasure.
Okay, neat.
That would also be a food. So, him plus this plus artifact sack outlet goes infinite.
Specifically said Academy Manufacturer specifically says token. That's what I was trying to think of.
Oh, yes. Academy Manufacturer caring about token. Yes. Yeah. That's true. That one would require you to have a token form of it. But I bring that up just because of the, various number of whenever an artifact enters under your control, you deal 1 damage to your opponent's things.
Yep.
All 3 or 4 of them that exist in Boros. So it's actually pretty easy to go infinite with this
Oh
guy.
my god, Apothecary White's so funny in this deck. Everything's a food, so you just tap all your permanents with an extra white to make 1 billion soldiers. Or 1 billion humans.
Interesting.
I like it. Guys, we broke KCI.
We did it!
No way!
Oh, boy. We've been wanting to crack that one for years.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is cool. The life gain stuff on it is also neat.
I just think this card is neat.
Yeah, I just think this is neat. Yeah, I think with enough synergies and weird things going on with Ragost, it probably just is a 5.
Yep.
Deserves its spot, even considering the... Actually, maybe a split. It maybe be more like a 4-7 sort of split, because it's a big difference. I'll just give it a 5-6 split.
I'm giving it the 5. It feels decent enough.
Yeah. There are actual Nuka-Cola combos, which is cool.
The Nuka-Cola combos, that's 84% of the decks. So...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright then. Sick.
So this is what Sammy looks like.
Boy, yep, that's what they do. So this one is Sammy, Ship's Engineer, 2 in Boros for a 2/4 legendary creature, Human Artificer. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, you create a tapped robot.
I sleep.
I mean, this is such a weak reward. It's a 2.
Anyway, Spice alert. Sammy Wildcat Captain 4 and Boros. We're a 4/4 legendary creature, Human Artificer Rogue. Double strike Vigilance. Spells you cast have affinity for artifacts.
Yeah, there's a casual line of text on that one. Boy. Okay. So we are once again in the position of we are in Boros, not blue.
Yep.
How good is just all of your spells having affinity for artifacts in Boros?
I don't know. Boros artifacts is already pretty okay.
Pretty solid, yeah.
Yeah. So this is like 1 extra mana, but I understand why it's 1 extra mana because the line of text is way too damn powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, okay, back in the world of breaking KCI, right? I mean, artifact spells having affinity for artifacts, or because it's just all spells, including the artifacts themselves,
Yep.
right? So we get to do the dumb Mycosaith Golem style combos. We get to do the, and suddenly here was this combo that I had sitting in my hand the entire time. It was me, Dio. You know, like.
And then we can, like, you know, crackle with power for X is a billion. It reduces all spells.
Yeah. Yeah, if you get the option to do any casting from exile stuff, then you can just cast your Sensei's Divining Top from the top of your deck for free. Or, yeah, that sort of stuff, right?
Yep.
There's a lot of combo potential for this, and there's also the big dumb here's my Eldrazi, right?
Yep.
Which, honestly, quite flavorful, given the whole Edge of Eternities thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Scotty.
Yeah, Boros.
It is very.
Is not the problem.
It is actively the problem is getting to 6 mana. Counting to 6 is the hard part.
So counting to 6 and having cards in hand.
Yeah.
That's the hard part, and that's like, just so you don't know, we're going to talk about vehicles later, and I will talk about this in a little more detail. But big bursts of mana and then having something to do is something that the red artifact decks are not great at doing. They're okay at it. They're not great at it.
You know, white adds basically nothing to this.
Yeah, white adds very little to what's going on here. This is going to be a mostly mono red deck.
Yeah.
So it does help you with doing some like equipment stuff if you wanted to do like Cheerios combos sort of thing.
You get 1000 Smithy? Yeah. It's hard to pronounce that card. 1000 Moon Smithy. There you go.
Yeah.
You get that. That's pretty cool.
Man, I love 1000 Moon Smithy, but it has disappointed me so often. I keep thinking it's going to be better than it is. It's just... we try. Excuse me. Added token double. Yeah, I mean, you can double some tokens.
Yeah, but do you actively need that?
Treasures. You're going to do like treasure combo stuff. I think it's very important that the first thing that we're talking about here is, as much as there is the here's my big dumb Eldrazi stuff, I have not stopped talking about this as just a combo enabler.
Yep.
Everything about this is a combo enabler.
Oh yeah.
Which, okay, so here's hot take time. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I propose to you something unusual. Normally, the optimized rating is not the one that we put up here. I want to put the optimized rating because I really want to talk about how bad this commander is if you don't build into the combos.
All right,
like,
so I'm gonna just take it out on a limb. We're going optimized as a 7.
I think optimized 7 is about where I would put it.
All right.
I would go as far as to say that this is potentially a 4 for its normal rating.
I could see that.
It's a lot of mana.
Yep.
You have to draw cards somewhere though, and also the double strike vigilance thing, which gives you the whole idea of I want to be an equipment dude.
Yeah.
It's one. That's your way of getting card draw. At least I will acknowledge that maybe it's a 5/7 then because of the equipment build. If the equipment build is popular enough, but I don't think the equipment build is very popular.
I think the people have realized and determined affinity for artifacts is just good.
Mm-hmm.
So do not worry, Jason. The people
Yeah.
have our backs.
I'm also going to say there's not much consistency with how people are building this commander. They are taking it a ton of different directions.
It's so open-ended, as most enablers tend to be.
Yeah. Despite the fact that it's you must build artifacts. It's like, yeah, but what type of artifact?
I feel like this guy is a good first mate to Captain Rex. I happen to agree with you, Kelvin.
I think that's a fair point. Yeah, I think the average rating is a 5, but the optimized rating is a 7. Maybe even an 8.
For
So
6
maybe
mana,
users-
it should have had affinity for artifacts on itself. Absolutely not.
No, completely disagree.
Then it would have only cost 2
Got it.
mana. Very easily.
Scotty, you know what the other card that gives affinity to things costs, right?
Yeah.
Costs 11 mana.
The fact that we have something that...
artifact creatures, right?
Yeah. The fact that we have something that costs 6 mana with affinity for artifacts is absurd.
Yeah. Mina, what?
No,
Is that what min is?
Yeah.
Min is over here?
Yeah, this one.
Okay, I think I might put the optimized rating as an 8. Because man, the lack of card draw. Nope, we'll leave it at 7. Leave it at 7.
7.
Yep.
You can draw...
7 Swift.
Your red, your artifacts, you can draw cards, don't worry.
Yeah, there's gonna be plenty of ways of looting.
Alright. My favorite card in the set. I love it so much.
What a fun one.
It's not just a boulder, it's a rock, Jason.
Rock.
Oh, this is Heart Hall, the World Seed. 1 black, red, green for a legendary artifact spacecraft. At 2 charge counters, it gets pay 1, tap it, sacrifice a land, draw 2, play an additional land this turn. At 8, it becomes a 6/7 flying vigilance haste. Whenever you sacrifice a land, each opponent loses 2 life.
Oh boy.
It's not just a boulder, it's a rock.
Okay. So this has 2 really. The dynamic elements of how this card plays are excellent.
Yep.
All right. 4 cost, easy to do. Don't have to worry too much about that. Getting this up to station 2, where you want to start doing stuff.
Extremely
Also
easy.
very easy. Super easy. Pay 1, tap, sacrifice a land, draw 2 cards, and then you may play an additional land this turn. This is very similar to Shorkai's, pay 1 mana, tap, draw 2 cards, make a dude, and discard a card, right? You're losing a card, but you're not gaining it back, essentially.
Yep.
This one does potentially put you down a resource, relevantly. So I'm not saying that this is Shorkai. There's not nearly enough blue untapped nonsense to go on.
However, it's not really putting you down a resource when you consider just how many ways of playing lands from the graveyard we actually have.
And that's where we get into it. All right, so you get all these land shenanigans. You get to do all the big terramorphic not terramorphic expanse. The big
Fetch land chicaneries.
Fetch land shenanigans. You can do your scape shift. That's the one I'm trying to think of here. You can do your scape shifts. Your weird sacrifice all of my lands, do cool stuff. And this card is sculpting your way to doing that. And then when you are ready to do so, then you turn it into the creature form, and then you start popping all of your lands. Because most of your land sacrificing is going to be in the activated abilities cost.
Yep.
This plays so well.
And unironically, 8 in green and red. Even though you're playing lands, 8 is one of the easiest numbers to achieve in green and red.
Oh, I mean, you don't even have to do it right away.
Yeah.
Crop rotation, glacial chasm, and field to the dead, and make that your easy bracket 3. I mean, that does give you the game changers for it. It's still bracket 3 deck, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see this thing either one of these Jund commanders, I think you should probably just play them at bracket 4. Just be degenerate. Just do it.
Yeah.
You know you want to.
I think it's a fun one to do some degenerate stuff with. Now, we don't get to abuse the tap and like the draw two too easily. We are doing the slower Jundir style because we don't get to untap and make a bunch of mana, and we don't have a bunch of control, not a ton of control effects.
Yeah, which is why I'm going to give this one a 6 and the next one a 9.
Oh, I was going to give this a 7.
Okay, that works too. Either way, the other one's like significantly better, and we both know it.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I just think it's neat.
I think this card is very, very good. Yeah, I like it.
It's very cool. Really love what it's doing.
Anyways, here, Bug.
All right.
Sazzreel.
Yeah, Sazzreel.
Genesis Shepherd.
So, yeah, Sazzreel, Genesis Shepherd. 2 in Jund for a 2/5 legendary creature, insect, druid. With flying, you may play lands from your graveyard, and whenever you sacrifice another non-token permanent during your turn, put a number of 1/1 counters equal to Sazzreel's power on up to one other target creature. Non-token permanent, you say?
Mm-hmm. You know, like lands. Lands are, like this wacky little card called Glacial Chasm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Strip Mine, or Wasteland, or...
Yeah, it's good. This is... Okay, so this is a very lands-oriented version of what Mazrak is doing.
Yep.
Alright. I don't immediately see it being that high up there, by comparison. Because I want to see if there's something I can do with these 1/1 counters to make it, to tie everything together, as opposed to just, here, you get 2 power every time a land is sacrificed.
Oh, I just think
on your turn.
I specifically think this is flavor text. This is all I actually care about.
Oh, that text is really good. That's a really good text.
The fact that it's got the fact that it's got this line of text and it's a 2/5. Just
yeah, it won't die super easily. Just double checking some things to try to see it's not too hard to increase the power of this thing in Jund.
Nope, it's not.
That part's not hard.
It's also
get this guy up to being a 10 power thing and start doing shenanigans.
You can also there's landfall things to pump stuff, right?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Bill. Just put Bill.
Bill.
Start pumping him up, and the cat. And you're just playing landfall. Wait, no. The EDH Trek is smoking, right? This card isn't this expensive.
Oh no, it is. It's been expensive. Bill was shooting up to $40-$50 last I checked.
Let's see. This isn't pulling the promo version. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. Holy shit. I need to go sell mine.
What are you doing, sir?
I think I need to go sell mine. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a bit too much for me to.
Is it just Tifa that brought him to that point?
It has to be.
I had to assume it's Tifa stuff. That's cool though. I don't mind. But damn. Anyway. So the whole plays from graveyard stuff is really good to have on a commander. It just enables a lot of your shenanigans, so you can just lean heavier into the extra landfall side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hear me out. I do think this is probably closer to a 6. Or it's a 7.
Okay, I'll give you the 7.
I do lean a little more towards that 6. But it do just kind of be a really important enabler in the command zone. The effect that everyone and their mother keeps looking for when they play landfall decks. And boy, has Wizards certainly caught on to we like having this effect on cards.
If it wasn't for discard, discard, and like this one. There's just so many of them. We can just go down the list of like, hey, these things care about lands hitting the graveyard, but then you have the problem is once lands hit graveyard, they bad until you replay them.
Yeah, a little bit. Alrighty then.
7.
I like 7. All right, in spirit.
Sure.
In spirit. All right. So, in spirit flagship vessel, Jeskai for a legendary artifact spacecraft with station. You know what that does. 1 counter on that station. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put your choice of a 1/1 counter or 2 charge counters on up to 1 other target artifact. And at station 8, it gets flying. It's a 5/5, and other artifacts you control have hexproof and indestructible.
Charge counters are easy to break, Jason, from what I remember. When things have a lot of them, it tends to be very good.
Yeah. How do I put this? Holy fucking shit.
No. Save that for the next one.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so In Spirit has this really cool benefit of just turbocharging all of your mana acceleration, turbocharging any random charge counter thing that you want to do. There's a lot of versatility in what you can do with charge counters. It is just, artifact shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
To the nth degree, really. It's just all sorts of weird things are going to go on with this. But, and I can't emphasize this enough. For those of you who have not played against me on our Discord or don't know this, I used to like playing artifact decks a lot, but genuinely the over-presence of cards like Vandal Blast, which turn into mass line destruction against you and stuff like that, it makes it so you can't really play your fair, slower ones too easily.
Yep.
In Spirit, giving you all of your artifacts hexproof and indestructible, I don't care about the hexproof side of things. I just care about the fact that I can at least force you to use a different removal spell before you Vandal Blast me. Like...
Yep.
Let me protect my stuff.
Also, once again, 8. 8 seems to be the, magic number for this being pretty solid.
Yeah.
So...
You're talking about for the station side of things?
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 is very easily done. It's easily done. There's also one other... It's a niche item, and I don't know all the specifics to it, but there's things I'm envisioning. Inspirits is a beginning of combat trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Which red extra combats are a very common thing.
Yep.
I don't know exactly how I would do it, but just having the option to go to combat, put 2 charge counters on something, maybe that gives you the mana that you would need to be able to do your
Wait.
Your aggravated assault.
Wait, I got it. I got it.
Yep.
You put the charge counters on the Ozolith.
Interesting.
And then you can move to counters.
Yeah. Put them on the Ozolith, then you just get to put them onto your commander right then?
Yep.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, okay, that's neat. I like that idea.
Well, we're trying to count to 8 as fast as possible. And that is one of the ways of counting to 8 fast.
Oh, see, that's my thing. I don't think you have to go super fast.
Well, it's got to be a creature for the Ozolith?
Yeah, I guess that's a fair point then.
Sure.
We'll workshop it. We'll figure it out sometime.
We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Nah, but there's cool stuff. I like that Lux Cannon is very easy to just turn into destroy target permanent every turn. That's actually really good value. It's one of those things where it's like, hey, we're gonna reward you for playing the dumb artifact things that you want to do without being overbearing. And that feels good. And then you can still find ways to be on the more overbearing side of things because it's just dumb artifact things.
I think if you're just playing this as spaceships, that's still really good. Because innately, 3 mana start instantly making them relevant. It's just good.
The Uros Research Craft was... So that's 2 and a blue for a spacecraft with at 3 charge counters. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you draw a card, you put a charge counter onto this thing. And at 12, you get... It's a flying 0/8 that gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. So, pretty easy for you to just cast this, go to combat, put 2 charge counters on it, maybe tap a creature that you had from earlier, and now you've enabled Uthros pretty quick.
Yep.
I just like a lot of what this is doing.
I like a lot of what it's doing. I don't think it's innately very busted. I like the next one. It's very strong.
No, I like what it's doing. I like the cool stuff it's got going on. I don't know if I'd say it's busted.
So
it can be.
It's very strong.
Cool, a lot of these commanders have had very reasonable split ratings, which is nice. I think 7's probably a fair spot to put it though. I think it's just neat how it does these things.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to slap this one up a 9, and we're going to talk about it now.
Okay.
This is Kilo, Apogee Mind. Blue, red, white for a 3/3 robot artificer. That's an artifact, of course it is. That's haste. Whenever it becomes tapped, you proliferate.
Yeah, so you know that bit about how I mentioned about not becoming overbearing before?
Yeah, yeah. I have no words. This card is just absurd.
It's just so nice. You can swing, get your proliferate. You can just tap this to an ability of some kind, get your proliferate, and yeah, it's good. Yeah, you're free from real stuff. I'm sure there's easy enough free from the real combos that you can do with this thing, with seeing that crystalline crawler there, for example. And you can do Darksteel Reactor as an actual win con, which is always just a great time.
Yep. There is just enough things that you want to proliferate that when you go infinite proliferating things actually win you the game. You have just enough of them to make a very relevant deck. And this also being 3 mana with haste and being a 3/3 is nuts. So
yeah, I think it's really nice. I love what it's doing. It's another one that you can have sit back and be just not that overbearing sort of thing. It's just accruing its value. Nobody thinks too much of it. And you can also have it be this just pop off, go fast, Dice Factory artifacts deck.
Yep.
Very easy to play with your Voltaic keys and whatnot that you wanted in this deck for Dice Factory anyway. Now, does it hit the 9? You have played against this way more than I have at this point.
Oh, I haven't played against it at all. I'm just basing it off of pure vibes.
Really?
Jason,
I thought you played against Easton's list at one point.
Jason, did you not remember my friendly amount of hours I've worked in the past 3 weeks?
That's fair.
I have not had time for Magic at all.
I thought you had managed to get something in there. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, I think I lean towards the 8 then. I don't think it's going to hit the 9 quite yet, but I do really like what it's doing. There's plenty of things you can proliferate, and you're not just limited to your charge counters, even though charge counters are definitely the better way to go with this thing. All the untap auras with Paradise Mantle, yeah, easy combos.
Yep. It just combos super easily.
And it having haste as well is just...
It's just icing on the cake.
Relevant.
It's icing on the cake.
It is so relevant, though.
Yeah,
it's just the easy way. You can set up all your pieces and then go, okay, well, now here's Kilo.
Moving on. It's good. It's just really good. This card is the definition of mid. It looks so good on the surface. And then it just doesn't play. For what I've seen of it, it just does not play like how you want it to play. This is
All
the
right,
Infinite
well-
Guideline Station. Wooburg for a spacecraft. When it enters, create a tapped 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token for each multicolored permanent you control. Then it needs 12 charge counters to become a flying 7/15. Then when it attacks, draw a card for each multicolored permanent you control. V has nailed it on the head. This looks and reads like the new Niv Mizzet. Unfortunately, it's just nowhere near the new Niv Mizzet.
Okay, so I have to somewhat disagree on that because having played that new Niv, new Niv is really cool, really fun. It does this great, just mid-rangey value stuff going on with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it does care about specifically 2-color guilds and each of the different ones.
Yeah.
Whereas this one just cares about multicolored permanents. Yeah, you can play it with Painter Servant, yeah.
To just nombo yourself.
Why would that be a nombo?
Does it not? Oh, is it make it in addition to? I thought it was.
It's addition. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it doesn't set it to a single color. It makes it so it's in addition. Which is great.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I feel like this does a lot of elevating. It lets you play your oops all multicolored random cards, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry quite as much because now you can play, 3 and 4 color support pieces or random 5-color cards in your deck, and it makes sense. Like, you can just play Leyline of the Guild Pact. That's fine.
It's just a good card in general. Changed my mind
it
on
also
that.
makes it so that it also makes it so each non-land permanent you control is all colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like this is honestly quite fine. It's going to give you a bunch of robots. Then your opponents are going to sit there and go, "Oh no, I need to blow up all of them robots before you get your big station." And you go, "Cool. I guess I'll find a way to flicker this thing."
It's the best I'm doing. It's 5.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably about where it's at.
Take it or leave it.
I think it'd maybe go to a 6, but I could see 5.
Oh man, Jason. We get to talk about the most memey card next in the entire set.
Oh my god, okay, this might actually be my favorite card in this whole set. So, Dawnsire, Sunstar Dreadnought, 5 generic for a legendary artifact spacecraft. When it has 10 or more, it has station. When it has 10 or more charge counters on it, whenever you attack, Dawnsire deals 100 damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. And then if you go all the way to 20 with this thing, it becomes a 20/20 with flying. They dimmied so close to the sun with this one. Yes, they did.
I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. It's so funny.
It's so dumb. And okay, I'm going to say now as a commander, it's probably not the strongest thing. I just want to point out that there are 2 combos with this thing in limited.
Yep.
They put the stupid aura so that it just turns anything into a stuffy doll. And then you have the other thing that makes it so that you give a creature, you tap that artifact, and a creature gets, whenever it dies this turn, its controller loses that life and draws that many cards equal to the damage dealt, if I remember correctly. You have to activate it as a sorcery, though. Who cares? You're dealing 100 damage to your opponent's creature and milling them out from that.
Yep.
It's glorious. Okay, that said, we have 1 stuffy doll.
Yep. That's all. That's all we get. Only get 1.
We have 1 stuffy doll.
Just remove the 1 stuffy doll and you cry. Although it's still okay. Like, attack with the generic 1/1 servo that you can probably make. Deal 100 damage to something. That's still relevant.
Oh yeah, the black stuffy doll in standard. Yeah. It is a fine vintage meme, right? This is This is the finest vintage that we got from 1967. You don't understand just what went through that designer's mind when they made this.
Oh, I would have.
Didn't make it 21 power.
I would have loved for them to have made it 21 power. Give it 1.
No, it's not a 1. I'm saying give it 1 more power and it just one-shots people.
Yeah.
You see the repercussion. I mean, I think Dawnspire is an amazing fun card to build around and just throw into your decks to do funny things with. As a commander, it's honestly probably a 3.
Yeah.
You still have to commit 10 power to even getting to the point of being able to use this ability. This one's a little tough.
Yeah. Hey, look, we made it to the description part of this video. We get to talk about Jason's second favorite mechanic of all time. He loves this mechanic so much.
All right, vehicle defenders, it's your time to shine because I ain't defending these ones.
Parhelion 2. 1.
Unironically, this is probably a 1.
It's too much mana. For not a good enough effect.
It's too much mana. It offers very little of a bit of it here. Y'all gonna defend it, I'm sure, but it's so bad.
No.
It's so bad.
Mutate is Jason's favorite mechanic. The second favorite mechanic is vehicles. Come on, Cullen, get it right.
I hate both of these mechanics so much. I hate them so much.
All right.
But anyway, yeah, white doesn't have a whole lot of ways to cheat its commander into play either, so it's kind of an awkward spot there.
Hey, speaking of that same exact statement here.
Okay. I will give you one hear me out on this one.
Okay.
All right? This one is surprisingly not bad.
Sure. Okay, so surprisingly not bad means it's a 3.
Control.
Makes a 2/2 and an artifact enters.
Yeah, which is relevant, and you know
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's about a 3.
Yeah. Meh. All right. Valor's flagship. It's a 7/7, 4 white. It has first strike flying and lifelink. Whenever you cycle this card, it makes things that doesn't matter because you can't cycle it. So we're rating it as a 7 mana 7/7 with 3 keywords. That isn't always a creature.
This one just makes me angry.
It's
It's so bad. It's so bad. I hate it so much.
All right. Here's one of the ones that actually matters. It's the Indomitable.
Hey, this is a good one.
2 blue for a 6/6 trampler. Crew 3. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to the player, draw a card. And then you can cast it from your graveyard as long as you control 3 or more tapped pirates or vehicles.
This is just good.
Yeah, this is just generically good.
Yeah, this is just like legitimately good. Mono blue for this, it's somewhere between a 5 or a 6.
I'm gonna give it the 5.
I think that is very fair.
All right.
Yeah, Indomitable. Found it.
Next. Another one that's actually actively good. The Lunar Whale. It's a 3/5 flying vehicle. Whenever you may look at the top card of your library at any time, and then so long as it attacked, you may play the top card of your library this turn. And it only crews for 1.
Okay. Maybe this is just me, but I do not see why people like this one so much.
It is actively pretty solid.
I mean, it just lets me look at the top card of my deck, and then it forces me to commit to attacking to cast.
I mean, it's a safe attack, at least. Like a 3/5 flyer is not dying to a lot of things.
I mean, that's true.
And you can set up top combos with it. Like, there's some stuff you can do.
Yeah, and so just going to say right now, we're going to be kind of in the dark on this one because there are 18 decks for this on EDH Rec.
Yep.
And 56% of them are just very clearly CEDH attempts. So, 10 out of our 18 sample size. So we really don't have a whole lot to go by here. And most everything we look at is just generic CEDH in some way.
That being said, Vibes is a 4.
I think it's a 3. I don't think this is a good enough effect. It's a future sight, but you have to commit your card to it, attack with it. At least it's defensible against board wipes more easily. That is some genuine credit.
Also, if you have a way of somehow giving your creature vigilance, it is a really damn good blocker. That's always like the biggest caveat with vehicles is like, man, committing a creature sucks.
Yeah, I mean, committing a creature to then get an effect that requires me to commit a creature again.
Yep.
Feels, again, I hate vehicles as their play patterns suck. I just hate the play patterns of vehicles so much. They just never feel good.
Okay.
I just don't like it. I think it's 3s.
The Prima Vista. 4 and a blue for a 5/3 vehicle with crew 2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, it becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. So anyways, ones.
That one is just... Man.
I
know
hate
that one's a limited card.
I hate that we have to be so negative on these, but like, man, vehicles just suck.
Yeah, I don't hate it that much. Vehicles just suck, and I can vent it. So I do appreciate this flavor text over here, though.
I do too. I really like that a lot. Thank you, Scryfall.
Thank you very much. Grond, the Gatebreaker. It is 3 and a black for a 5/5 legendary artifact vehicle with trample. As long as it's your turn and you control an army, Grond is an artifact creature. It has crew 3. I can pay 4 mana for 5/5 creatures, even in mono black easily. This is very much a 1. I don't have to build my entire deck to build an army focused deck.
The Falcon, airship restored. 2 and a black for a 4/3 flying vehicle. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It has 4 and a black. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
I don't hate this one.
I don't hate it, but it's like not good still.
Again, so we paid 3 mana, tapped down a creature, so we committed the mana to that thing, probably 2 mana. So we paid 5 mana to sacrifice our commander to reanimate something that we put into our graveyard.
It's like a 3.
3, maybe 4. Wolfsbane does, it maybe is a 4. Like, the Falcon actually is doing something. It's pushing you somewhere, but it is kind of mediocre. At least it just brings itself back, and that's not the worst.
It's alright, Jason. Here, we have a spicy one coming up. The Last Ride. 1 black pip for a 13/13. It gets -X/-X for X is your life total, but that's not why this card is relevant. It has 2 and a black, pay 2 life, draw a card. We're racing to the bottom here, baby.
Okay, Last Ride is funny. Let's be real, though. The only real reason you would consider playing the Last Ride is because you wanted to have this effect in the command zone. You could play an Erebus, or is it Erebos, the OG one that has this effect on it?
It's either that or the second one. I can't remember. It's one of the 2 Ereboses, though.
Yeah, I'll look it up just to be 100% sure. The reason we would care about this is because it is just an infinite mana outlet in the command zone.
Yep.
Original Erebos and it's 2 mana for the original Erebos, while also making so your opponents can't gain life and being an indestructible god.
Yeah. This is just a 1 mana infinite outlet. So,
but it do be 1 mana though.
That is like the biggest relevance is like, this is 1 mana. That's an infinite mana outlet.
Yeah, 1 mana with an infinite mana outlet sitting there. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't
think it's good.
I don't know if this one is... Okay, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. This sits somewhere between the realm of a 1 and a... It's like, I don't know if this is actively hurting you to play this.
Yeah, it sits somewhere in this range. And I have
Yeah,
no
right,
clue where
like-
it sits at.
It depends on how you build it.
People are racing to the bottom, so I'm going to say it's meh.
I would probably put it as a 2.
That's fair. I'm not going to argue with
think-
that.
I think it just hurts you too much.
I used to have an Erebos deck when it first came out. I was tired of life gain decks. That's fair and based.
Mm-hmm. I have played against a lot of Erebos decks, actually. It's surprisingly interesting.
All right.
And surprisingly annoying.
Meme time.
Alright, RMS Titanic. 3 and a red for a 7/1. Legendary artifact, vehicle, flying, trample. Whenever this deals combat damage to a player, sacrifice it and create that many treasure tokens. Crew 3. So, this is the vehicle deck that I have built, actually.
This thing is spicy.
Mhm.
Spicy meatball here.
Yeah. When I was talking about being able to get to that big burst of mana and then having a hard time drawing cards afterwards, here you go. This is what I'm talking about. RMS Titanic is pretty neat. I was not trying to like go for the full 10 out of 10 busted decks sort of thing, but I was actively trying, and I could find goldfish turns pretty consistently about turn 7 with this.
Mm-hmm.
That said, 7/1. Real easy to stop this.
Yeah. At least it has flying.
It does have flying. And sometimes you don't get all of your treasures, which actually really messes with the math a lot. New Instone, I think is what it's called, right? That card's really good with this deck.
Yes.
That helps a lot because you conveniently get the perfect mana to go cast it and then start doing storm stuff.
Yep.
That said, if you don't build this as a storm deck, I don't even know how good this is.
I don't think it's good at all.
I just built this as like the sacrificey artifact deck. I do think it's actually like not terrible. It's probably actually about a 3.
I was gonna say it's either a 3 or a 4.
Is it doing more? Is it doing more? Will that? Yeah. No, I think it's fair as 4.
I was gonna say I think it's actively better than these 3 vehicles here, and I'm counting this as a vehicle because, for all intents and purposes, Station is a vehicle.
Yeah.
So
Stations might as well be vehicles. They're just way better designed.
Yes, every single one of them is just infinitely better designed, but they should just be vehicles. Let's be real here. We have another interesting one. The Chariot.
Yes.
Everybody knows what the Chariot does. I'm not reading it out again.
I'll read it out. It's a standard. Not everyone was an old-time standard player. God, how many of you think we played... What was that, pre-COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Eska's Chariot, 3 and a green for a 4/4 legendary artifact vehicle. Whenever it enters, it makes 2 green cats. And whenever it attacks, you create a token that's a copy of target token you control. And it crews for 4. Yeah, big tokens.
Yep.
Big tokens. You're playing mono green.
We give things Myriad with Blade of Selves, and then it gets really funny.
Yeah, you can find some weird ways to do like artifact tokens or like I wonder if the desert that makes a copy of a creature in your graveyard, Lazotep Quarry, is worth doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a funny one. Genuinely, I think this is a fine deck though. Like a 5. Like,
Let me copy my 10/10 Eldrazi real quick.
Yeah. Get the ones with Annihilator.
Yes. All right.
It's pretty generic, but it's good.
All right. Okay. I had to remind myself of which one I'm going to call the best vehicle we've got. I think it's this one. This is the Jackdaw. 1 blue-red for a 4/4 vehicle with crew 3. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw a card for each artifact you control.
Like, they're just actively good.
Yes, this is actively a very good card.
Yeah. Like, This card will sit somewhere in the realm between like a 6 to an 8, depending on what you're up against. Because so long as your opponents have the ability to make sure the Jackdaw can get through, they're just going to be looting through their hands so much.
Yep.
I kind of want to say 7.
And it's fair. Like, actively, this card is just very good on face value, and you can build around it because they're like self-cycling is a very well-defined mechanic, right?
Yeah, the discard stuff is easy to do. The wheels stuff is easy to do. You can just have good creatures in your deck to enable this thing. Like, it's pretty easy.
All right.
And in case is trivial enough as well. All right. The title for the best named artifact, though, is right over here.
The belligerent.
The belligerent. 2 and an is it for a 5/5 legendary artifact vehicle. And whenever the belligerent attacks, you create a treasure token. Until the end of your turn, you may look at the top card of your library at any time, and you may play lands or cast spells from the top of your library. And it says crew 3. I think this is significantly better than the whale.
Oh, no, I'm not going to argue that. Like, this is actively a good card.
Yeah. I think it's... If you want to talk about this as... Yeah, it's probably a 5. It probably ekes in there for me.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that you get red as well as blue when you're just...
Yeah.
And you make a treasure token. Like, that's... All of that is relevant, right?
2 colors makes makes a treasure token. You get better creatures for crewing. And again, the treasure itself is a synergy piece that you want while still doing everything that the whale wants to be doing. So
yep.
It's just much better.
All right.
Now into just the wall of colorless.
The wall of ones.
It's going to be a lot of ones. All right. Adrestia. What's it?
Adrestia.
Adrestia. Sure. Cool. It's a vehicle. It's a 4/3. It's got Island Walk. And whenever it attacks if an assassin crewed at this turn, draw a card, and Adrestia becomes an assassin in addition to its other types till end of turn. I would like to inform you that there is exactly one artifact that is an assassin.
There is one artifact that turns things into assassins. For a grand total of 2 assassins.
I think you can do... You got a few changeling options.
Sure.
But, like, you're talking about single-digit numbers of cards to support your assassin type deck in
colorless.
Ones. If not zeros. Like,
it's not a 0. It does something, but, like, it's not good.
I don't know. I honestly think it probably is a 0 because it's telling you to play assassins in colorless.
That's fair. Okay, I can... You know what?
We don't talk about it, Tier. It legitimately has support of like 1.
There we go. Anyways, Bessie, the Doctor's Roadster. 2 for a 3/4 hasting vehicle with crew 2. When it attacks another target legendary creature you control, can't be blocked this turn.
We are playing Legendary Matters in colorless.
Yeah. Last time I checked, that was 1.
Like, just to double check here, I'm just going to point out that the total list, including artifact creatures, or including vehicles we have in here, is 33 colorless legendaries. Again, maybe a 0, but it just does tell you to play Ramp with Eldrazi, so you know what, you can exist.
All right. The Golden Argosy, I believe is how you pronounce this.
Yeah,
4 mana for a 3/6 vehicle. When it attacks, exile each creature crewed at this turn, return them to the battlefield tapped at the beginning of the next end step, and it crews for 1.
Actually legitimately interesting. This is a Ghost Way. It taps all your creatures, unfortunately. but a Ghostway in the command zone is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like really good creatures with ETBs in
colorless. That's the hard part.
Yeah, like there's plenty of things that just ETB draw a card, or they do like some medium effect. Then you get like your battle balls. You get your solemn, and you also get the one that makes a power stone because this is basically a solemn in this deck.
Yep.
Yeah, no, this is probably a 3.
And you can still play Solemn because Solemn's still solid here. Go get your basic waste.
Yeah, I think there's legitimately something here. I actually wouldn't be surprised if this is one higher and is a 4, but I think because colorless, yeah, the anti-causal vestige is quite good here. Warp stuff is also interesting here, but I think that's the only thing with warp. So, ooh, but you do get to do the whole bombament thing, and that's funny. Not that you're gonna do that too often.
All right. Is a 2-mana 4/4 with Flying Vigilance good enough to be a 0, or good enough to be a 1 instead of a 0?
Ooh, you were asking a real hard question there.
Because this card was only good in Standard because I could use Gideon's loyalty ability. Use Gideon's loyalty to.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't have. I'm not going to say that colorless planeswalkers are something you should be discouraged to play in your colorless deck.
There's only one. There's 2 I care about, and they're both Ugin.
I care about all 3 Ugins, actually.
Okay, sure.
I think all 3 Ugins are actually very relevant here. And like 2 of the Karns. Maybe 3 of the Karns. It's actually not bad. But even then, we're just doing this to get a 4/4. I can just block.
Yeah. Dude,
I want to get.
Like I said, is it bad enough, or is it good enough to be a 1 instead of a 0?
I don't think it saves itself from the 0.
Okay.
It's just. I think the big issue is what else it encourages you to play.
Yep.
Which is equipment.
Yep. That falls off as soon as you go to your instep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the part I'm getting at.
Yeah. Hey, look.
Sky Sovereign time.
It's a card I play in some commander decks, unironically.
Oh, neat. Which ones?
We'll get back to that.
Okay. Yeah, so Sky Sovereign, console flagship, 5 mana, 6/5, vehicle, flying. Whenever it enters or attacks, it deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls and has crew 3.
Yeah.
Respectably okay.
It's me.
Yeah. It's probably a 3. Honestly, like it is actively doing something. Actually, it's not a 3.
No, it's a 2. It's 2.
Okay.
It is not like, it is better than all of the ones by like a substantial amount, but not substantial enough to be a 3.
Yeah. I mean, it would get a higher rating if it did 100 damage. Just saying.
Yeah. I actually think it's like in regular Commander, it's a little underplayed.
Mhm.
Like just enter or attack, deal 3 is a very relevant line of text. Also, being an artifact for artifact synergies is very good.
Yeah.
So
it's not bad. It's just it's definitely in the mediocre tier, one way or another.
all right, we got the Mo effing whip, baby.
The Regalia. 4 generic for a 4/4 legendary artifact vehicle with haste. Whenever the Regalia attacks, reveal cards on the top of your library until you reveal a land card. You may put that card onto the battlefield tapped, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Crew 1.
This is my second.
It's got haste.
This is my second favorite draft card in the entire set. Just because it's so funny. It's also very solid as a Magic card in general.
This is definitely one of the cooler ones because you know how colorless decks, you can go like really deep into the non-basic lands.
Yep.
And doing some cool stuff with this.
Yep. There
A
you
lot
go.
of tech lines you can get out of this. Genuinely think this is actually quite interesting. Maybe pretty solid.
Probably a 4.
Uh,
I mean, it's 4 mana. It's a 4/4. It crews for 1. Like,
Yeah.
anything can crew it.
yeah, but I don't think the value even compares to the Golden Argosy.
That's fair.
Which honestly, again, may just be a statement that the Golden Argosy should be up a point. I definitely... I think both of them fit in that weird 3-4 range.
Yeah.
One is just the consistency piece that you get out of artifacts or you get out of colorless, and then the other one is, look at this dumb thing I might be able to do.
Like, unironically, just ramping a land every turn in colorless is not the worst thing to do.
No, it's actually quite solid.
Yeah.
That's why we have... Did we rate Ultima yet? Yeah, we rated Ultima. We rated it at 5.
Yep.
That's kind of what it's doing. Man. That's actually a really good question. I think for now we stick to the guns and say it keep it at the 3 where it's at.
Okay. Time will tell, even though time won't tell at all. But
I am interested, actually. Like, if we do a video of all vehicles, I do want to see that. I do actively want to see what the Regalia does.
all right, we have another. I think this card is neat. I don't think it's very good, but this is the Weatherlight for 4 mana. It's a 4/5 with flying. When it deals combat damage to a player, you look at the top 5 cards of your library. You can reveal a historic card and put that in your hand, and put the rest on bottom in a random order, and it crews for 3.
I'm gonna just go ahead and put this at a 2.
Yep.
Because I don't hate that effect, but we're in colorless.
Yep.
This is hard to do.
Crewing for 3 is unironically kind of hard.
And also just, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of historic things, but like, you're just getting one thing, you have to connect. It's very meh. At least your opponents will probably let you do it a couple times, because they're like, what is this? This is cute. Speaking of cute, it's adorable! Hey, it's Weatherlight completed! 2 generic mana for a 5/5 legendary artifact vehicle with flying. As long as Weatherlight Complete has 4 or more Phyresis counters on it, it's a Phyrexian creature in addition to its other types. Whenever a creature you control dies, put a Phyresis counter onto Weatherlight Completed, then draw a card if it has 7 or more counters on it. If it doesn't, scry 1. Yeah, poor Weatherlight, but this is cool at least.
Yeah, it's all right, I guess.
I think it's neat. I think it's also terrible. Like, I think this is a 1.
Okay.
I think it's a bait. You're trying to play aristocrats in colorless. The one thing you got going for you is Eldrazi spawn, and you don't actually have that many way to make Eldrazi spawn in this color combination.
It's a 5/5 for 2 that is not actually a 5/5 for 2. It's a 5/5 for like 8.
4 things have to die.
8 or 9
4.
mana, right? 8 or 9 mana is the total mana investment that you have to have for this to actually be a creature.
Yeah. And then it's a 5/5 flyer. Cool. And then you still have to invest more mana into it to get to the point of it actually drawing you cards as opposed to just scrying.
Yep.
No, Savannah, just to be clear, it is straight up not a creature.
Yeah.
Until it has the Phyresis counters. Just to be 100% sure that we're clear on that. So it is not just a 2 mana 5/5.
Hanger back for 0. Easy clap. Get the first one, baby.
Yeah, and like you can do some funny Arcbound Ravager stuff with this. You can do some weird like combo loopy things that you'll try to do. It does encourage you to play good cards. But also like it's really not good.
It's really bad. It's really, really, really bad.
I still think it's neat, and it's one of my favorite of the vehicles that we now have as a commander. It's just really bad. Alright. And with that, that is all the Edge of Eternity stuff, in addition to vehicles.
In addition to the stuff we thought about putting off, but then Edge of Eternities, it's kind of relevant there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were considering doing that on a different day, but no, I mean Edge of Eternities must compliment Edge of Eternities for only having 22 commanders in it.
Yep. Very good.
This was a very, very reasonable time for us to do. And in addition to that, the vehicles being not great is we realistically only really evaluated like 5 vehicles.
Yeah.
Most of them were in the 1s and 2s category without a whole lot of thought to it, or pretty easy 3s to just think about what it does.
Keep in mind, any vehicle or spaceship that's above 3 is basically all vibes. All vibes on it.
I mean, I will say at least Jackdaw is like actually good.
Jackdaw is actively good. These two things are actively good. This is vibes. This is vibes. This is vibes, and this is vibes.
Yeah. Although I'm very happy with the split on this. Like, there's a lot of really powerful stuff up there.
Yeah.
Like, we got good power. We've got a lot of things. It's kind of even. Like, it's top heavy.
Yeah.
Not bottom heavy. And despite the fact it does have a lot of signpost uncommons that are really, really not good, but it doesn't have a lot of terrible. It just has a lot of meh. Bad, which we get plenty of those every set. I like the stuff here. I want to see more of it. There's a lot of these that I'm like, I want to test it and see how it actually does when you get to actually playing it.
Yeah.
Because testing RMS Titanic has been fun. I will say that. I still hate that I have to work with a vehicle and I have a hard time actually crewing it on some of the turns I want to go do stuff. But hey, who cares?
All right. Don't worry, guys. We'll eventually talk about Final Fantasy XIV.
Yes.
Because I know me and Jason absolutely want to talk about Final Fantasy XIV. You can hear it in my voice.
I mean, I actively do want to actually talk about it, but
I love that game so much. Totally. 100%.
I legit have not played that game at all, so most of everything that they talk about with that, I'm just like, dear Lord, there is so much here.
Yeah.
There are so many characters that people are just die-hard fans of. It's like, good on them.
This set was a big meh for you, Rabo. Like I said, commanders and like stuff overall, I sleep. Then like some of the main set stuff is actually like kind of absolute cinema. Like we have a token doubler with warp. We've got an insect that lets us play lands from the graveyard and play an additional land. The like black enchantment artifact thing that's a black hole is really cool.
Oh yeah, that's neat. The Wise Umbral colors an uncommon.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to have another infinite combo in this limited format.
What's the 9 mana 9/9 that has warp 3? That's like really absurd.
How good is it actually in that format? Like, I know it's it's great enabler for stations, but I don't know. Well, we're so early into the format. Do we really have that much format knowledge yet?
Oh, I don't even care about the format. I'm just talking about it as a card in general. That's just a combo enabler, right? So
yeah, it does just shove 9 power into play pretty easily.
Yep.
Well, I guess that's a funny Selvala card, huh?
Yep.
No commanders that made you want to go and build it right away? Really? No one to go for Tanuk or, well, other Tanuk?
Yeah.
Clocked by it in one mana thing that hastened like, oh yeah. Yeah, just getting clocked by that thing randomly. That's hilarious.
9 mana 9/9s that you can cast for 3 mana. Just turns out funny.
Yeah. I think the best way to summarize it so far, because I am still very much in the I haven't gotten to play this yet, so not gotten to play the limited format yet. So on paper, I like what this set is doing. Aesthetically, I do not like this set very much. At least not as a Magic set. I like it as just a generic space set, but you know, I'm a fantasy purist over here for the Magic stuff, or at least interesting fantasy stuff.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna have a blast with the next set. Don't worry. Taxi Driver, baby.
That one you can actually just shoot me for. You know they're gonna have like 80 fucking Spider-Man that we have to deal with.
I know. I'm here for it.
So many.
I'm here for it. And then they're gonna sell the set by putting Shocklands in the set. Yeah. This is copium, and by that I mean that's the only way they're actually selling the set to actual Magic players. That's legitimately the only way they're gonna sell that set to actual Magic players.
Also, the fact that they're only doing 5 draft archetypes for that one's a little weird.
Yep.
We'll see. But yeah.
There's not already 80 Spider-Man previewed. I think there's like 20-something already.
Yeah, now I'm just legitimately curious. Because, you know, spoilers will continue until morale improves. Let me see.
I think it's...
Sets. How are we doing on Spider-Man? What's the set code for this one? Is it just SPM? Okay.
It's either SPM or SPD. I don't remember.
Alright, so we already have 28 legendaries.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them have the type of spider? 16. 16 of them are already spiders. This does include some villains. But,
Oh, don't forget about your welcome deck cards.
Oh, wait, does this not include villains? Wait, what are in the welcome deck? Do they not have a different set code?
Yeah, they do. SPE.
Oh.
Welcome deck. Yeah, the welcome deck exclusives have a separate set code because they're not standard legal.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, then let me add that into the mix. Also, I was incorrect. None of the villains are spiders. They have different things, like, Is it really SPD, or is it a different...
SPE. Sorry, SPE.
SPE. Got it. Oh, wow. That added 16 or 14 more.
Yep.
Jeez.
Well, because, like, the welcome deck and then the scene cards are also not standard legal, even though they'd be kind of neat. But I'm just quickly previewing. We're up to 42 and we barely seen any of the set. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeez, that's gonna be...
We haven't even hit official spoiler season for it. We're up to 42.
Also, because most of them are also like draft uncommons and things like that. That's gonna be a massacre. Yeah.
The set's gonna be a massacre anyways, because everything we've seen has not been particularly relevant or powerful.
And we'll see. Yeah. Yeah. All versions of Venom are actually just a symbiote. They are not spider, which is interesting. Didn't notice that until now. So yeah, I guess none of the... Yeah, that's weird.
Yep.
Only the heroes are spiders. Huh.
But don't worry, Peter Porker, or whatever, the spider pig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's coming to save the set. Don't worry. My beloved.
What a world we live in. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I am very much just actually done at the moment.
Yep, same.
Anyway, at least for the commander stuff, I like what Eternities got. Thank y'all for watching. If you want to support us, we have memberships. You can get the videos early. We have social media stuff. We have a Discord if you want to play with us on Saturdays. And we've been pretty good about making sure that we get those videos, getting that to launch every week.
Yep.
So, you want to hang out with us? You can join our Discord. Otherwise, you can keep seeing us here. We'll try to get another stream in sometime if Matt is not permanently stuck in work jail.
I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, thank you all for watching. See you.
Bye.